Ever wondered if someone somewhere is meant just for you? Today we are exploring a question that fascinates millions. Do soulmates actually exist? According to a 2017 National University poll, about 2/3 of adults believe in the idea of having a soulmate. Stay tuned as we explore 7 tips from philosophy, ancient wisdom, and mysticism that will help you attract your soulmate, if there was one. Hi, I'm Stephen Antony, a medical doctor, psychiatrist, and a board-certified coach through Cleveland Clinic, Ohio. Our purpose on this channel is to make entertaining, cinematic videos backed by science, psychology, and a touch of history so that you not only enjoy watching them, but also learn powerful insider secrets that will help you create authentic, deep, and loving relationships that last a lifetime. So hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and I promise to make it worth your while. From the romantic verses of Kapur to the mythical tales of ancient Greece and Hinduism, cultures around the world have pondered the existence of soulmates. But what can these stories tell us about the quest for love? Let's start by looking at some exciting philosophies about soulmates from various cultures around the world. According to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, a head with 2 faces, and they were extremely powerful and tried to climb onto the Mount Olympus to challenge Zeus. Now, Zeus, fearing their power, split them into 2 separate parts, condemning them to spend their lives in search for their other halves. This supports the theory that the same person were split at birth and they are seeking reunification to feel complete. Hinduism has a beautiful myth about the origins of love. They say that in the beginning there was a super being called Purusha, and this being was without desire, without craving, without fear, and he didn't have any impulse to do anything at all because the universe was already perfect and complete. Now, the creator Brahma took out his divine sword and split Purusha into 2 halves. Sky became separate from earth, darkness became separate from light, life separated from death, and male separated from female. And each of these paths passionately set out to reunite with the other half. In Jewish traditions, according to Kabbalistic resources of Lecha, it describes souls of soulmates as actually being comprised of male and female parts. A single soul being separated before being placed in bodies around the world. The separated parts of the soul which have been embodied are nevertheless connected through the spiritual plane, and they constantly feel drawn to each other. This explains the longing people have to find their soulmate, their missing half. And the feeling of emptiness and void people experience is connected with this. They are not only connected with each other on the spiritual realm, but they also experience this pull towards each other. And according to Jewish beliefs, the purpose of reuniting parts of the soul is to enable each other to attain perfection through their sharing on all levels. It could be physical, emotional, verbal, intellectual, and spiritual, which is the meaning of helpmates in opposing bodies, according to the book of Evermot. So, what does this tell us? It tells us that the first way to attract your soulmate is by cultivating your best self. The best way to call for a reunion is to try to make the best of yourself. So the question arises, what is your best self? Now, that journey towards finding your soulmate starts from within. It's not just about physical improvements like hitting the gym or taking up new hobbies. This goes deeper. Spiritual traditions believe that by refining your soul and becoming the best version of yourself, you create positive vibrations. These vibrations are then transmitted into the spiritual plane, signaling that you're ready for your soulmate to come to you. And this happens life after life, many times. As the Indian poet Rabindranath Tagore eloquently put it, I seem to have loved you in numberless forms, numberless times, in life after life, in age after age, forever. When you're at your best self, you will attract the right person. Tip number 2, embrace your playfulness. Now, playfulness is often seen as an important quality in spiritual context. This is symbolized beautifully by the divine couple Radha and Krishna in Indian culture. Their romantic adventures, celebrated through dance, music, theater, and poetry, teaches the importance of nurturing our playful side. Engaging in activities that stir the pot of attraction, like sharing the naughty side, making up affectionate names, playing games, and giving inventive gifts, can enhance your capacity for romance when you're being most playful. What are you like? That's a good question to ask. And how could you develop and nurture that playful side of you? Tip number 3, practice offering undivided attention. A true connection between human beings arises when we learn to give undivided attention. Think about the word undivided, meaning when I'm with you, I'm with you. 100% of my thoughts and my feelings are with you. This practice helps dissolve the barriers of selfishness that become a barrier. And when you dissolve this barrier, it prepares you for attracting your soulmate. It's about complementing each other. As Genesis in chapter 22 in the Bible puts it, becoming one flesh. This is also seen in Sufi poetry by Rumi, who talked about this paradoxical experience. He says, I, you, he, she, we. In the garden of mystic lovers, these are not distinctions. When you learn to give your undivided attention to people, you dissolve all the boundaries, and this prepares you to attract your soulmate. Tip number 4. Start the practice of giving out love in small ways. This is known as Maitri or generous compassion, and it's known to activate your receiving. The way you do it is by giving out love in little ways to people around you. And according to spiritual traditions, this starts opening the channel to allow love to come in. This could mean simple gestures like a small smile at a checkout counter, a gift of food to the hungry, a soulful hug to a friend. Just small acts of giving love can help you open up that receiving channel. And what's more important is also that you give love to yourself. That little voice inside your head needs to turn positive. Hey, take care of yourself. Self-love and self-care are very attractive qualities. Tip number 5. Become a vessel that is ready to receive. You become a vessel by developing self-awareness and doing some self-work. Start by understanding yourself and what you seek in a relationship. Understanding yourself, your values, and what you really seek in a partner. Knowing this is fundamental. So take a moment to reflect on your desires, aspirations, and how you want to feel in a relationship. And this goes beyond just physical attributes. Clarity about what you desire in a partner and relationship is the crucial step. It's also important to understand what limiting beliefs you may hold in your mind and replacing them with empowering beliefs. Now, we also have a free video on our website that takes you step by step and helps you understand who is the right partner for you based on your experiences, your upbringing, and your background. So click on the link in the description below, go to our website, and you could be watching that video right now and listing down all the qualities that you're looking for. Tip number 6. Understand what you have to offer your soulmate and develop that part of you. Ask this question: what gives you your powers of seduction? You may start focusing on the 3 S's: the sight, the sound, and the smell. This will get you started. However, you also need to train your deep connection skills as well. So, how do you go about cultivating happiness that endures beyond the initial spark? Now, this is a fundamental question that is seen in many spiritual traditions. Ancient thinkers in India who devoted a great deal of attention to this problem recognized and honored this in the book of Kama Sutra. Kama Sutra is going beyond just sex and positions. It's about understanding how to rekindle those deep emotions. The important question for them was, where do you go from the physical connection that you feel? How do you transcend that and develop it into a deep spiritual practice? Now, how do we harness this power of creating a happy relationship even after that initial physical flame dies away? The key word is deep connection. You see, when you allow yourself to be fully present with your feelings, you come to realize the intention of what you want. What you want is a deep connection and satisfaction so that in the presence of your soulmate, you will never feel alone or bored again. Now, if you want to know what to focus on to develop strong and deep connections, have a look at the content of our program, Deep Connection Blueprint. Now, just understanding what topics we cover there can help you get started on the journey to developing a deep, fulfilling relationship that lasts a lifetime. The link is in the description box below. Look, it's not important whether you look at the topics you need to master today or whether you decide to buy the program now. What's more important is that you need to understand what limiting beliefs you may be having that might be blocking you and replace them with empowering beliefs. And this alone will make the biggest difference in your life. Tip number 7. Be grateful for who you are as a person and embrace solitude. The first person that needs to accept yourself fully is you. Many cultures and spiritual traditions talk about the importance of being content and grateful for who you are and what you have. Being content now with your solitude prepares you for being in an interdependent relationship without being needy. Just like every human needs sleep and rest to recover and rejuvenate, every relationship needs rest to refill the cup before you go back to the lover. Let go of the pressure. Don't stress over small things. Enjoy the process of meeting new people. Enjoy the process of spending time with yourself and enjoy the solitude. And when you least expect it, your soulmate will come to you. Hey, if you've been watching this video for this long, it means you like something about the content. Hit the subscribe button and I promise to keep producing great content that you will enjoy. Now, finding your soulmate isn't just a quest for another person. It's a journey of self-discovery, growth, and opening your heart to the possibilities of love. This is the summary of what is seen in all spiritual traditions that talk about finding your soulmate. I like this quote from Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. It says, "What are the chances you'd ever meet someone like that? Someone you could love forever, someone who would forever love you back. And what did you do when that person was born half a world away? The math seemed impossible. You may not be able to explain coincidences, but you know that you have a connection that transcends distance and all barriers when you meet the right person. So keep your heart and mind open, and who knows, your soulmate might be just around the corner. So let us know in the comment section below what resonated with you most. What are your thoughts about finding a soulmate? Thank you for watching the video. This is Stephen Antony from PsychologyMD. Bye bye.